Good evening, everyone. How are we doing tonight? Hope everyone is having a wonderful evening or a lovely start to their day. Hello, Creamy. How are you? Good to see that you've decided to come and enjoy the festivities. Let's get excited. Let's get into some more boyfriend dungeon together. Let's go. All right. Oh wait, is this gonna be? Oh wait, I need to select the window. That would help. There we go. And slowly move my mouse cable so it's not covering the letters I need later. But yes. Alright, so where we last got up to, we had a bunch of connections that I couldn't miss this opportunity. That's fair. That's fair after our previous discussion. Also, nice glasses, by the way. Well, thank you. These were actually one of the old community challenges I ran, and these originally were meant to be just regular aviator shades, and then I was like, you know what? Let's just go full rainbow with this. Like, screw the logic of how glasses work. I'm just going to make these super fun. And that's how these got born. But yes, so we have a bunch of messages to reply to. From Sawyer to Jonah to Sunder. We have so many people to chat to. So, yeah. Let's just get into it, because we met Jonah. Okay, well, we beat the first dungeon and found Sawyer. It's June after all. That is true. It is an appropriate time for it. Even though, geez, it was so cold today. God damn. Not saying that's the deciding factor. I kind of gathered. Just a funny coincidence. Indeed. Alright, so last time we finished off the first dungeon, which was this one, the Converter Mall. It even marks it as completed. How nice of it. We went to a barbecue and met Jonah, this guy down here. We also came across Seven, who we've hung out with before, and Sawyer, who we got after beating the final boss of the first dungeon. So I kind of want to explore these two first, because we've kind of gone through most of the others. So let's speak to Jonah first, because he was a nice lad.
Nice meeting you at the barbecue. It'd be fun to talk more sometime. If you ever come back to town in the fall, maybe I could show you some surfing spots on the island.
Yeah, you surf? Well, I mean, it makes sense. Wait, didn't he say he surfed at the barbecue? Yeah, what island?
Verona Island. The ferry is under repairs right now, though. Oh well. Hope your summer in VB is the best.
I keep seeing VB and it doesn't make me think of Verona Beach. It makes me think of Victoria Bitters, which is, for those of you who are curious, the worst alcohol in Australia. Please do not get that if you ever come here. It is disgusting. Thanks. Very kind of you, Jonah.
I think we'll meet again somehow, sooner than we think.
I do hope so. Jonah was a very nice lad to meet. He's very soft. He's basically a gentle giant, and I love him because of that. All right, let's see what Sawyer has to say. Oh God, I don't remember I didn't come up with a voice for Sawyer. Oh God, how am I going to do this? Hey, nice meeting you. I only recently came out as non-binary, but please use they, them. Fairly easy. Anyway, I don't know if you're free, but I could buy you breakfast or lunch. At Kicks? It's my favourite place. You do look like someone who goes to Kicks all the time. Sure, I'll meet you at Kicks. Perfect. See you there. Sawyer is just the definition of ADHD energy, and I just respect them for that. Oh yes, this is the invitation to the next dungeon. Where does it start from? Here it is. This is the start.
Hey, I'm getting some weird vibes from my basement. I mean my club's basement. But it's always been creepy, but this is different. I think I saw a monster down there.
Sunder, you having monsters? I didn't realize your inner demons lived so close to home. So when does Sawyer turn to a battle axe, lol? I mean, you joke about that. Sawyer's a glaive. Jonah's the battle axe. Yeah, you were almost there. Yeah, no, Jonah's the battle axe, Sawyer's the glaive. This guy we're talking to, Sunder, he's a Tulwar. He's pretty cool, actually, even though he's slightly vampiric, but we don't talk about that. Yeah, I'll check it out, why not? It's good money.
Cool, thanks. Doesn't seem like the monsters will come upstairs, so we could just dance and ignore them, I guess. Let me know if you need someone to wield.
Oh, you know I'll wield you, Sunder. But yeah, Sunder is pretty neat. Valeria is my girl. I love Valeria so much because she's basically a spry artist, and I love her for it. Mind meeting me again? I'll explain some things, please. Oh, this is probably about the weird guy who keeps following her, or keeps interrupting the meetings, and she keeps getting mad at. Sure, I'm happy to meet and discuss him. Here's a hint for where to find me. Thanks. Gee, I wonder where that could be. Oh, I don't know, the park where we literally met the first time. Oh, and Jesse. Jesse, for reference, is my cousin. He can't transform into a sword. For reference. So, how's the barbecue? So romantic, right? Yeah, you win. You got it right that time. I knew it. Honestly, I consider my job here done. You've met some great folks, gone on some dates. I think I could back off and let you do your thing for the rest of the summer. Is that okay? Heck yeah. I'm cool with that. You've got my foot in the door, Jesse. I can take the reins from there. I can step through it. Cool. Now we can just be normal friends and cousins. Phew. Love you, cuz. TTYL. Hell yeah. But yeah, Valeria, for reference, is the dagger. So here, I can actually show off. So I wonder if this shows... No, this doesn't show the... This doesn't show all the people and how they match. But yes. Yeah, so Sawyer's the glaive. Where is it? This guy, Seven, he's a K-pop star who is a literal laser sword. I'm not even joking. But yes, we've got a lot of good options right now for dates. So, and we've unlocked a new location for the dunj. I'm going to first go see Sawyer. Because, you know, new character and all. Let's go see what they're like. You arrive to find Sawyer and Olivia arguing. Oh no, this can't be good. These two arguing could go forever. No more freebies. You haven't worked here for like a year. Come on, just one more measly sandwich. I owe a friend big time, please. Is your friend James by chance? Are you trying to steal me a sandwich, Sawyer? Like, please. I have the money, I can pay it. You don't need to resort to petty theft for this. Huh? How'd you know? Oh, hi, James. I'm just, paying for us both. Really? It does look like it. It looks like you're trying to barter. Sawyer digs in their pockets for money, blushing. Oh, here, I found this. How many of these can I give you? Oh god, are these going to be like all pin badges? I could imagine they're just going to be all pin badges. They hold out 5 lumps of sugar in their palm. Okay, real talk? Who carries around 5 lumps of sugar in their pocket? Like, that's just asking for any form of wildlife to just rip through your shorts and try and take that. But what do I know? I don't carry sugar lumps in my pocket. I mean, it makes sense in like the countryside, probably not in the city. True, yeah. It's such a weird random thing to carry. Just sugar lumps. It's like, it made me think of like my grandparents' dog, who's of course well behaved, but yeah, questionably. I was just about to ask that. You and I are on the same wavelength tonight on that, Creamy. But yeah, no, because like my grandparents' dog, he loves to like poke through people's pockets, And I remember the last time I visited them, he tried to take my face mask out of my pocket. I'm like, nope, get down. He is quote unquote well behaved. He really isn't. He is still so young. Olivia shakes her head. Sawyer seems slightly panicked. I'll pay. It's fine. I got the cash. Here, I'll cover it. No, James, put your money away. Olivia, are you seriously going to turn down money? Like, we're running a business here. You can't give out freebies. But Sawyer, I swear to all the gods, this is the last time, okay? All the gods. Yo, Olivia Pagan, what? You bet. Thanks. You're the best, Livy. Yeah, I am. Said in such a terse fashion. Just, that definitely had the look of, don't ever talk to me again. You sit at a table. It doesn't look like Sawyer has anything to eat. Not hungry? Want to split this? Already ate? Yeah, not hungry? Oh, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. As you eat, you see their eyes tracking your sandwich carefully, unable to stop staring. I don't know how much I can appreciate the biting noises in the background. That is how someone gets weirdly sound triggered by that. Because I know people get triggered by the sounds of eating. And that was surprisingly loud. Oh no, don't slow down. Sorry. Let's talk about something else. They swallow hard and avert their eyes. That's so mean. This is delicious. Just rub it in that they don't have the money. Bro, no. I insist. Yeah, just have some. Just take some of the sandwich, Sawyer. Please. For my own sanity. Lamau, yeah, I know, right? At your more forceful invitation, Sawyer takes half and wolfs it in 2 bites. Wow. That didn't last long. Thanks. Good stuff. Taking immersion to another level, basically. Although, to be fair, actually, no, that is about right. Chewing is always louder in your head than it is to everyone else. Here, I want you to have these, okay? Sugar? Oh, it's the sugar lumps. I was wondering where the sugar came from. Oh yeah, that was literally 5 minutes ago. They give you a few sugar lumps. You awkwardly stuff them in your pocket. Sawyer smiles, pleased with themselves. Hey, I was looking online yesterday and a lot of weapons in Verona Beach are getting chipped lately. Maybe there's something about the dry summer heat that makes us brittle? Don't look at me. I'm not the human weapon expert. And the only weapons expert we have is a douche, so let's not talk to him. Maybe someone's doing it. You have to train more. You'll be safer if I'm there. Yeah, maybe someone's doing it. We've already been told that literally some guy in robes knocked out, Sunder and left him down there. And a few other people have had similar experiences, so it's got to be someone, right? It's not just nobody. What? Chipping us on purpose? A serial chipper? I'm not sure what the point would be. I hope they're not targeting students in particular. That'd be so creepy. I mean, the rest have all been full-functioning adults, so no, you're fine on that account. Sawyer's eyes wander back to your plate, where only crumbs remain. Don't lick the plate, Sawyer. Please don't lick the plate. That's... Please. Please don't. A wildcat growl erupts from under the table. Is there an animal loose in here? Good joke, narrator. I respect that. After a moment, you realize it's Sawyer's stomach, the more logical solution to where the noise came from. Sorry, jeez. Even after you shared your sandwich with me, to be honest, I can't afford to eat much. I had a good job for a while, and I get 3 rent from my mom, but it's hard. How did people afford eating anyway? Is everyone rich? Restaurants are so expensive. Bro, I feel that. I genuinely feel that. I mean, granted, I live in a very special kind of area in Sydney, so things tend to be fairly expensive. I mean, it's a lot of restaurants, but still, yeah, no, restaurants are super expensive here, but I'd arguably say the quality is pretty consistent amongst all of them. So I can kind of feel your pain on that one, Sawyer, because, you know, cost of living, it's never cheap. And they rip people off. Scones only cost like 10 cents of flour and 10 cents of butter. What, did you calculate this from research? I'm in a business class, and it seems to me someone could disrupt that market easily. Oh, that's where you're coming from. Okay. I mean, that's true. 20 cents of ingredients going to like being sold for like $3. That is a serious profit margin and a serious upsell. Cut out the middleman. Buy the ingredients yourself. I can make an app that tells you how to make a dish like a restaurant would. Oh my god, Sawyer at this point is just me in high school wanting to make everything at once, but not knowing how the hell to do it. Like I would come up with some insane ideas for like products and stuff, but I'd have no idea how to make them, and that's the same vibe I'm getting here. You'd save costs by not paying a waiter or hostess too. Boom! What do you think? You just invented cooking. Yeah, I mean, that is just cooking. You are correct. I'm the same. It's not like I'm scraping for money, but I barely can spend money on things I like. Yeah, that is the hard part. It's more just the needs, so I'm not complaining. Yeah, no, I agree with that sentiment, Creamy. I mean, currently at the moment, I'm saving for an apartment. Like, I make a decent amount, but I'm also trying to be very, prudent with my expenditures too, because, you know, I don't want to be, you know, making saving up enough and not leaving enough for me to sustain myself. But also it kind of sucks because it's like, I want to get, you know, good equipment and new stuff. And so I'm trying to avoid that as well. So I completely understand where you're coming from with that. Yeah, you just invented cooking. Oh yeah, cooking. That's what it's called. This is all so dumb. I don't know, I hate business stuff, to be honest. I'm more into history class. I was just taking it for easy credits, but everyone in the class is so competitive. Oh boy. Yeah, competitive classes are a nightmare, especially in things like humanities. I've heard terrible stories from like humanities courses of like people almost like loaning out all the key books for like assignments and stuff so that no one else can take them. And it's like, do you really need to pull that kind of crap? That's a bit much. I'm just using the mindset that it's better to be safe than sorry. Oh yeah, no, 100% agree. That's the mindset I use as well when it comes to my like finances as well. Because it's like, I try to avoid like excessive spending, and even when I do like earn a decent amount, I set aside as much of it as I can, because I'm pretty much working off the idea of, if something bad happens, I have that all as a backup. Like, I am prepared to spend it all in a dire situation, but not touch it otherwise. It's not even a competition though, lol. Yeah, no, but I've that's the thing. I feel like it depends definitely on level of study, but like when it comes to like, you know, the HSC, which for those of you who are not Australian, it's basically like it's basically like your high school exams to go into like university or college or whatever. Yeah, no, there was a bunch of people in humanities subjects during the HSC where they just take all the books to make it harder for, like, they borrow them out of the library and then don't return them until after the assignment's over. Like, I get that it's not a competition, but the way that like those grades, like the class ranks and everything phrases it inspires a very like toxic competitive environment, which is why I'm glad I didn't do HSC and got to do IB instead. But that's just the luck That's just my luck that even the school was offering that. But anyway, enough about that. I have to come up with a business idea for my semester project, and this is all I got. My next step would be documenting the process. Cooking, to use the technical term. But I don't even know how to boil an egg. I tried once and ended up with a black husk. God, I feel that anyone learning cooking has done those mistakes. Like, the funniest one I actually had was I think like a month ago. Me and my brother, we were working on like a pasta dish, and the original recipe called for like prawns, but my father and my brother, they're not keen fans of seafood. So I said to my brother, can you cook some bacon instead as a replacement, like, meat choice? And he just went, okay, how do you do it? I'm just like, dude, you've seen how Dad cooks it. Just put it in a pan, put a bit of oil in, turn it on, and just, cook until it looks good. Yeah, within 5 minutes, he had burnt the bacon to the point that there was smoke filling the entire kitchen. Thankfully, we had an extraction fan above, but I just looked at him stunned and was like, dude, it's bacon. How did you fuck up bacon? It's like, didn't put oil in, and like bacon cooks very quickly. So he forgot to keep an eye on it, and yeah, that turned to crap. But it was a good laugh, especially because I was like, how did you do this? I thought you had some knowledge. Heck, him and I both did a cooking course, and he still managed to screw that up. Yeah, I could teach you. I could teach you how to boil an egg. That would be amazing. I'll do a little research on egg boiling first, but then I'll hit you up for lessons. If I bring the ingredients, will you, do you think? Let's wait. Let's give them a second to figure out where they're going with this. Sawyer takes a breath and gathers their courage. Is it a date? Oh God. So his response is, not really. That's a bit brash. I hope so. We'll see. But let's just say we'll see. That's a safer option. Okay, I'll try to play it cool. Yeah. I've got to get to history, but let me know when you're heading to the dunj. I did some first aid on my cracked blade, and I'm ready to fight again. Hell yeah. What does the glaive actually have? I don't remember. Throw. Heavy attack throws the glaive, immobilizing enemies. They can still attack. Oh yeah. I forgot. The glaive is all about pinning things down. Yeah. It's basically the equivalent of a trident, which kind of works. I haven't played that glaive style for a long time though, so I'm going to need some warm up on that. Talk to you soon. You head home. How they turn into weapons? The basic way to describe it, Creamy, is just Soul Eater logic. Basically, people who have the ability to turn into weapons can essentially focus their spirits they can basically focus their spirits into a certain weapon form that's unique to them, and in that form they're able to talk and have some basic movement, but otherwise function the same as a normal weapon. And they explain that basically the weapons can take damage, but it doesn't physically hurt them. It only hurts their spirit, so to speak. And yeah, the elaboration we got from Jonah on it is he said that it's basically as simple as the motion to turn into a weapon is as simple as clenching a fist, is the way he described it. You head home. All right, off to a great start. Oh God. Oh no. Mom's investigating my pics. Oh no, that could be bad. Jessie tells me you have a very attractive friend. I don't want to pry, but is it, serious? We're eloping, though. That's very forward. Just friends, Mum. I don't know yet. We need some time to tell. Okay, no pressure. I'm just happy for you. Remember, live by the sword, die by the sword. That's one way to look at That's one way to look at it. But I guess it's a saying about marriage. Anyway, have a good day. Morning, how was work? Well, firstly, hello, Steph. How are you doing as well? And secondly, yeah, work went well today. It was just had a nice quiet day of taking care of accounts. Nothing too crazy came up, and yeah, I think I'm now like 60% through the stuff that I need to do for it. Even though that's like, 600 out of 1,000 accounts, but still should be good. We're making good progress. But yes, also to catch you up, you haven't missed much. Literally, we've done the first date with Sawyer, and that's it. And just replying to messages. Sounds like to boil an egg, you have to use a lot of water, like a whole pot full. So that was my problem. Oh boy, yeah. I think this response is appropriate. You have a lot to learn, young Padawan. You bet. Oh boy, you need to do way more research, Sawyer, before I start teaching you how to boil things. Okay, do we have any stuff we can craft? We can craft the teddy bear, vodka, the leather jacket. Can we craft that zine that we had earlier? Yeah, we can craft the chemistry zine. We can't craft the fashion zine yet, but we can at least craft the chemistry one. Which, I think the chemistry one is, yeah. The chemistry one, I believe, is you place a mine down. So the fashion zine's the last one. Same person that holds sugar lumps in their pocket. Yep, that's the one, Creamy. That's the one. Considering we just saw that these hats have like special abilities and stuff, I'm kind of keen to make the sun hat and see what it can do. Don't know why the sun hat needs liquid though, but we've already learned not to question things in this game. Like this, why does vodka need fabric? Are you literally gonna like wring the alcohol through the fabric? Like, what does that do? Raspberry liqueur, which we can grab for Sunder. Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll just craft what we can, and we'll just play it by ear. Can I craft? Okay, I need glue for this, and I need more glass for the bourbon. Okay, we can craft the rest of these though. Get every gift we have. I'm trying to think who's going to want what though. Because there's so many people that some of these could apply to. Now let's check that hat, the sun hat. Enemies get stunned when they damage. Yes, give me. You're going to let me stun enemies when they hit me? I'll take it. And yep, throws a mine trap. I'm wondering if that's going to be better. I'm going to equip it for now, because I remember the mine was actually quite useful for like locking people out. Alright. So I think with that... oh yeah, we still need to do the date with Valeria. Gonna get to rank 3. We're gonna get the next ability. Oh, this is gonna be good. Valeria is sitting on a park bench, glaring at the nearby ducks. Staring at the ducks in vengeance. Now I'm just thinking of like the the thing from Monster Camp where like you get the mighty ducks and they're all like these roided out like Disney-esque duck people with like tattoos and biker jackets on. That's just the image that gets painted when I think about like just angrily staring at ducks. Her expression softens as she sees you. Oh, I'm flattered that I've abated whatever fury you had, Valeria. Oh hey, you came. I'm really glad. I wasn't sure if you would after how things ended. I asked you to go home with me for all the wrong reasons. But I won't regret our time together, not one bit. I wish I had been... I don't know. Yeah, you seemed angry. Care to explain what this is all about? Like, we've seen that guy twice now. What relation is he to you? I was, not at you. I can explain, but... The sound of loud quacking interrupts her. God damn it, Ducks. Be quiet, I'm trying to get in it. I'm trying to get an understanding here. In it for the abilities. I mean, may as well. Considering she has like one of the strongest kits in the game, yes, definitely in it for the abilities. But also because Valeria is a really, really good character. Like, she has the vibe and the type that like I myself am personally attracted to. So I have a lot of love for Valeria. Hey, shut up, Ducks. Can you believe that noise? I can't believe it. Don't worry, I'll banish them. Grabs like a giant stick. Away with you! Suddenly the ducks turn into like Elden Ring monsters. Like those freaking hawks with like two like swords for feet. Music starts playing. What does she turn into though? She turns into a dagger. I don't know if I can access my phone. No. Yeah, she turns into a dagger. And her main like ability is that when you do a dodge roll, enemies get confused and they stop moving. She also has like stupid amounts of damage. Like, she hits harder than anyone else. I hope you're not one of those people that feeds ducks at the park. I'm not. I personally don't I mean, I don't hate ducks, but I'm not exactly one to feed them. They can feed themselves. They're natural creatures. Good. I hate their beady little eyes. And don't get me started on those snapping bills. Yeah, I've heard those bills can hurt. Like, I haven't personally been injured by one, but I've heard people who've had, you know, like, fingers and parts of their arms, like, snapped on by ducks. Not fun. A friend of mine lost a finger to a duck. Got too close with a piece of bread and then... Valeria snaps her fingers. Yep, that... Who knew the truth about ducks? They're actually carnivores. The zombie apocalypse is just going to be ducks. Ducks as far as the eye can see. God, now I just want someone to draw like a flock of ducks, but they're all like you know, slightly like moss covered and have like cataracts. Oh, that would be so cool. That's probably a mod for Left 4 Dead, to be honest. Gun. Just like that. Is that true? That's scary. And that sounds scary, genuinely. Valeria's lips twist into a rueful grimace, and she sighs. Okay, I may be exaggerated, but only a little. And, promise not to laugh. Let me guess, it was you who had your finger, like, bitten by a duck. It didn't happen to a friend. It was me. I called it. I knew it. There was no way she wasn't backing off like that without it being her. Valeria holds up a hand, showing you a faint scar on her index finger. I could kiss it better. It's only a scratch. Yeah, it's only a scratch. It's not that bad. It'll be fine. Well, that's what it looks like now. But at the time, geysers of blood. Fountains. It's like, it makes me think of like that $1 Million Blood episode where it's like, you get $1 million, but anytime you get a cut, like 5 gallons of blood, like, come out. It doesn't kill you, but just 5 gallons every time. So, you know, paper cut, blood everywhere. You like cut yourself shaving, bathroom repainted. That's just what it makes me think of. It was a crime scene. You could even say it was a foul deed. Oh, but She looks mortified and groans out loud. Please tell me that was at the joke and not at something else. Let's just pretend I never said that, okay? Oh, come on, Valeria. You gotta learn to laugh at yourself a bit, right? I mean, I've learned to. That's basically my life now. Would you like to offer a gift? No, because I'm pretty certain the one gift I used I already wasted on her. You decide not to give a gift right now. I guess it feels okay to just be silly around you. I feel like I can be myself. The sign of a good relationship, when you don't feel like you need to hide yourself away. I say after what happened with my last relationship. Moving on. Surprise, I'm a huge dork. I mean, it's not that surprising. We already saw that at the art museum. Yeah, no, I like it. I like the fact that you are. Good, because it's not likely to change anytime soon. Didn't expect it to. I kind of thought that was half your character point, so that's fine. And I hate pretending to be someone I'm not. God, that's just... Okay, way to call out like a personal attack here, but alright, I'll take it. Next time, we'll go on a date. Without the risk of duck. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. Cock's back shotgun. It's time. It's time to take down the foul pheasant. Booyah. The backstab attacks do critical damage to confused enemies. This is where our damage skyrockets. Because confusion is so easy to get on literally everything. But we were talking about something actually important before. Indeed we were. Go on. Right, I remember. I was going to awkwardly explain Jake. Oh, okay. I'm listening. Duck pond, no Russian. Good reference, creepy. That is an amazing reference. Hint. Remember, no Russian. I'm listening. Thank you. And thank you for putting up with my procrastination. So that guy, right, who keeps showing up? His name is Jake. I dated him for a couple of years. Oh yeah, so he was an ex. I couldn't remember if he was like a close friend or an ex. I was pretty certain it was an ex, but this confirms it. And I dated his sister as well. At the same time, I mean. They both knew. Okay, that is an entire situation that we could analyze for freaking ever, but we're just gonna skip right past it. Also, dual wielding joke, anyone? You dated siblings. How did that work? I've barely dated anyone. Yeah, my question, how did that work? Like any other relationship, only with more talking and negotiating and mistakes. So she is definitely someone who is not afraid of polyamory, if I had to guess. I mean, to be fair, considering how much of a free spirit she is, completely possible. We were happy. For a while. I was young and in love, and I thought we'd be together forever. Dual blades, exactly. This is when we find out Jake's sister was also a blade wielder as well. Jake and Jessica and me, 3 artists against the world. Oh, so they were all artists together. That makes so much more sense. Because I was like, what would have brought all of them together? And considering that literally her transformation art showed her with a paintbrush, I was like, I'm pretty certain all 3 of them had to be like artists, and that's how they met. We were everything to each other. We had the same goals, believed in the same things. And then what happened? Something must have happened, right? Greed and pride and ambition got in the way, as they usually do. Jessica wanted more recognition, more adventure, more everything. Ah, yes, Jessica went the way of Veruca Salt. I want it all. I wanted things to stay as they were, which was foolish. Nothing stays the same. Yep, I've held that foolish belief before. I completely get you on that, Valeria. I moved to Verona Beach, looking for a fresh start. And Jake followed me. Oh, that's unfortunate. The fact that he was prepared to follow you basically across the entire way is a bit... That's a bit yikes. I know you haven't had the best impression of him, but he's a good person. Really. I mean, you argue a lot. I think that might have something to do with it. Yikes. Yeah, no, that's my entire thought is just, this whole situation is a yikes from the get-go. Like, I think any regular person would be like, you three clearly need to sort yourselves out first. I'm taking a step back from this. But we are not regular people, and this is not a regular situation, so we're probably going to be ending up reconciling this and negotiating all this. Yeah, you argue a lot with him. I was in a 3-way relationship with him and his sister. We broke up acrimoniously a few months ago. Are you surprised we argue? I mean, if it was only a few months ago, then yeah, that explains it. If it was like a year ago, then something's wrong with Jake, I would say. It's a complicated situation, I'll give you that. I mean, that's sugarcoating it very heavily. Like, super heavily. I don't think any one of my friends is in a situation like this at the moment. Like, IRL friends. So, like, this is a whole different kettle of fish entirely. Look, I know Jake's been a bit of an idiot, following us around and all. At that point, just turn into a dagger and stab him. I mean, it'd be very tempting to. Be very tempting to just stab Jake and go, you know what, Jake? I don't need to see you anymore. Piss off. Go back to where you came from. But somehow I don't think Valeria has the, what is it? I don't think she has the heart to do it. Especially because, you know, it's very hard to be harsh to someone who you've opened up that much to. So I don't think we're going to get to that stage. There might be a point where she, like, threatens him to back off with her dagger form, but I don't think we're going to get to stab him. I'll talk to him about it. Get him to back off. For real this time. Okay, this sounds like the worst idea. Like, I reckon the next date she's going to call us for help because Jake's going to try and do something stupid. Like, he's going to do something to try and get her back, and it's going to turn horribly. So I'm wary about that line. You know what's harder? Turning into a dagger. I could only wish. I mean, look, I'm sure it will happen one day, Creamy. One day you'll wake up and you'll find you have no sensation of your arms and legs, and all you have is your inner thoughts. You return to the purest form, like Descartes once stated. But probably not in this universe. Probably in another one. Anyway, enough about my drama. I got you a little gift. Here. A beret. Ooh, new hat. I saw it in the museum gift shop and thought of you. To be fair, I do like berets. I don't own one, but I wish I did. Because they, like, I know they're a little bit, like, pompous-ish, but they do look really good as a hat. Better than, like, you know, an Akubra or, what is it? What's like the hat that got, like, meme to hell? Fedora. Yeah, like, those, like, beret looks better than both of those. Thanks. Very kind of you. You don't have to wear it, but you'll look dashing if you do, I'm sure. But you know, I'd love to show you my work sometime. Oh, please, yes. I love seeing, like, the work that artists do. This is a bit of a tangent, but back when I was in high school, one of the caretakers that me and my brother had, she was an Argentinian artist, and a fairly famous one too. And a lot of her works, like, embodied, like, very spiritual concepts. And I remember one time we went to one of her art exhibitions she was holding, and some of her works just completely blew me away. And I was like, that's insane. Like there was one I remember that was, like, the classic idea of, like, Mother Nature, where it was like a tree. It was like a tree with the body of a woman, and she was cradling a child in her arms, and, like, and like it had all these like beautiful swirling like wind patterns. It was spectacular. Unique is the perfect word for a beret. Definitely, it's a very special. It's a very like, you know, it's a very recognizable and distinct type of hat in comparison to so many others, and is quite a like, you know, a very culturally important like design as well. So it has a lot of meaning to a lot of people. You know, my paintings, if you wanted. Yeah, sure, I'd love to see them. Then it's a date. I've had new inspiration lately. Gee, I wonder if that's me, maybe. I look forward to seeing what you think. Next time. You have a lot to think about. As you leave, the afternoon light fades into evening. Oh yeah. Before you come over, I gotta clean. I mean, it won't be clean. I'm not a nun. But this muffin from 2016 needs to be evicted. We'll let you know when its smell is gone too. In the meantime, I found some cool art by the mall. Did you see this? I think I remember, yeah, we've seen that mural in the mall somewhere. Oh, I love murals. Maybe we can check it out together sometime. How appropriate that that comes out when we're literally about to go to the new dunj. Now let's check what that beret does. Oh, it does the same thing as a stun hat? Yeah, enemies get some when they damage you. Fancy French accent not included. I didn't think it would, but you know what? I'll take it. Let's also change out our shirt. I'm thinking the camo jacket will be a good pick. Perfect. Alright. And with that, we're out the door. And off to the next point of call, which I think will be, yeah, I think we get to go into La Rosa. So this will be an interesting challenge, because from memory, La Rosa is a completely new fear, and if memory serves me well, actually, yeah, let's start. I should figure out who we're signing with. I do kind of want to get points locked in with 7, but let's go to Sawyer. Let's start with Sawyer and see what they're like. Let's go. Yep, so the dungeon fear is unidentified because it's a new one. Quite so. I guess because there's just a lack of walls. Now let's see how this heavy attack works. Oh, okay. It's literally a bounce back and forth. That's pretty neat, actually. Oh, wow. Look at that range of attack. Like, holy crap, that's good. Oh, boy. Oh, that's a dance light with a laser. Come on. Yes. Interesting. So the glaive returns but locks them down at the same time, I'm noticing. That's kind of neat. So it locks them down and traps them from... It's an immobilization effect, essentially. That's not bad. What's interesting is also there's a lot of like emphasis on like height levels in this stage. But otherwise it looks really cool. Like the club vibe really works wonders. Like this whole dance floor section, the laser light. Like this just has the perfect vibe. Oh god, there's another one. Oh Jesus, they hit like a mofo. Please get out of here. I'm hitting the wrong button. Get out of here, please. Oh my god. Okay, that was way too close. Back off. Come on. Oh, that was probably a lot of unnecessary damage. Plus me forgetting that, you know, my zine button is not the same one as my heavy attack button. Hey, new shirt. Dark Prince recipe. Ooh. How much you want to bet that's a vampire cloak? That's going to be a vampire cloak, I reckon. Wow, we're finding like all the safes here. A summer dress. That's the best thing I've seen for free. I need to like re-look over like some of the emphasis that the characters make during this, because some of them have like really funny like witticisms and I completely miss them sometimes. I'm actually going to change to 7 so that we can actually unlock his next date. Plus because the glaive. Wait, yes, new weapon. What is that though? It looks like what's it called? It looks like a pair of like brass knuckles with spikes on them, which is exactly what it is. It's even got a bandage. You find a set of bladed brass knuckles. Looks like some of the claws are missing. An engraving on the side reads, "Pocket." Pocket? Why would it say pocket? And why is it meowing? Are these bladed knuckle dusters a fucking cat? Is that what I meant to get from this? At your touch, the metal begins to stretch and grow. Oh my god, if this is a cat... It is a cat, oh my god. Great. Our new love interest is this orange tabby. Oh, wait. This is the... Oh, it's that freaking cat we saw in the alleyway. Wait, was it the alleyway or the cafe? Either way, it's that one. Offer hand to sniff. The cat eyes you warily, but allows you to come closer. You find a phone number on his collar. You put it into your phone before he scampers off. I'm sorry, is the cat about to text me? If you tell me this cat texts me, I'm freaking, like, walking. There is no way. Oh, this thing's a ranged attacker. Oh god, those things hit like crazy. Oh, they're like ranged explosives. That's like super mean. I'm guessing that's his owner texting me right now. Oh, we need healing, like super bad. Oh, some steel. Surprisingly pliable with a little effort. Not bad. Some steel would not go awry here. Oh god. No. The pressure's on. Can you handle it? Oh, of course I can. 7. I mean, do you even know who you're talking to? I'm the dunj master, baby. I got this. Oh, I say as I completely eat crap. Please, 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 please. Okay, I dodged that. Oh, this is a dead end. Travel guide, cool. Oh, I can break these. I need to be breaking these boxes more. I didn't realize that you could break them open for things. Oh, yikes. This is getting bad. Please. I need one of you dead. I guess I can destroy the notes, thankfully. Can. Oh god. Back all the way. Oh, frick. Oh, this is bad. I'm gonna die. Please just die. Oh. Okay, so we are nearly at death's door. This is going swimmingly for the first run in La Rosa. Please, healing items, if you can hear me, please show up. Vending machine. Liquidate or access? What does... Wait, what do either of these do? What does liquidate do? Oh. It gave me liquid. Okay. I would have liked a soda, but I guess that works too. Okay, let's just clear up the pests that are not going to be an issue later. Oh, thank God. Healing items. Oh God, these speakers are going to be everywhere, aren't they? And the problem is they don't get damaged by their own notes, which kind of sucks. Wish they were more like the fungi in Hollow Knight, where they can get hurt by their own spores. Okay. Glue! We finally find glue. The one material we've been looking for. Holds things together. With love. Okay. Has there been any destructibles I've missed? Because if any of them have soda, I need it right now. Guess not. Oh god. Not laser lights again. Oh jeebus. Everything hits like a truck, can you not? Oh. Annoying shot. Oh, freaking no. Oh. Okay, so those music notes are no joke. God damn it. Completely unrelated, but have you tried Enter the Gungeon? Funny game. Yes, I have actually played Enter the Gungeon. I'm terrible at it because you need to have good aim and good dodging, but I have played it. It's a fun game, don't get me wrong, but I struggle with it. I don't know why. It's like the one roguelike that I do terribly with. But I do love it. It has a very unique sense of humor, and I respect, the level of creativity and ingenuity that went into it. Especially like all the different endings you can do, like with Ratman and stuff like that. It's so chaotic, agreed. But it is hard. Like bullet hells are super hard for me to get used to. Yeah, just bullet hell, exactly. You sleep heavily, and when it's morning, your eyelids feel sticky, like they don't want to open. You remember today's your birthday. Another year closer to death, at least. Gee, how lovely of you to remind me that I'm getting closer to death, game. You couldn't have turned this on a positive spin. I'm not alone. I'm on an adventure. I'm learning new things. Yeah, I'm not alone at all. You think about all the friends you've made recently and can't help smiling as you get up. Yeah, there we go. There's the pick-me-up we were looking for. You find a package outside your door waiting for you. It's from your mum and cool to the touch. Inside is a birthday cake. She must have schemed to make sure it arrived refrigerated. It actually looks like a very nice cake. I'd eat that. Way to stay optimistic, I know, right? Just immediately hitting us with like the nihilistic side. Just being like, by the way, you're gonna die soon. It's like, okay, did you need to remind me that, brain? A note says, to my only son on his special day. You're about to cut a slice when there's a knocking at the door. Let's be polite. Let's enter the door first. You longingly set the cake aside and go to answer the door. I didn't expect the entire apartment to suddenly transform with all the decorations. That kind of threw me for a loop. But thank you for the birthday wishes, Jesse. Yes, Valeria! Boo, yeah! Frickin', I knew it. Jesse's on my wavelength. Your mom said she sent over a cake, and we brought some little presents. Nothing special. Yeah, don't get too excited. I didn't have much warning, and I don't like shopping, so... Don't worry, Valeria, just your presence alone is enough for me. I will happily take that as a win. Well, you'll see. It's tradition for the birthday boy to use a weapon friend to cut the cake. I'm sorry? In what tradition? Tell me one family tradition that involves using the other person to cut the cake. You up for it, Valeria? Sure, of course. I'm a bit short, but if James wants me to, I'm in. Imagine how awkward this would be to do with, like, 7. Get the laser sword to cut the cake. Hope people were interested in cauterized slices. What do you think? I mean, we don't have to follow a tradition. Now let's do this. Valeria's up for it, I'm up for it, let's go. This is it. The greatest challenge we face together. Geometry. What tradition has weapon friends? You know what? Touche. I'll take that, Creamy. But yes, no. The geometry of the cake slicing. A very fine art. And one that my family still to this day struggles with. But you know, we figure it out. Valeria feels warm and confident in your hands. You carefully slice the cake into even pieces together. That's special birthday cake flavor. So vanilla, so sugar. Ah, good vanilla cake. My mum knows what I want. Yeah, a bit too sweet. Kind of makes me crave a bit of whiskey, even this early in the day. God, that actually sounds so nice, cake and whiskey together. Because they would definitely complement each other. Like the sweetness of the cake with like the bitterness of the whiskey. Ooh. Next time I have a birthday like celebration, I need to get like a cake from a bakery and then just get like a good bottle of like Fireball whiskey or something and pour like a whiskey on the rocks. That would be so good. But now's a good time to give James my little gift. Here. Valeria hands you a small canvas. It's a colourful painting of Verona Beach. Yes! Landscape painting! Hell yeah! Ooh, that looks so good. I made it really quickly. It's okay if you don't like it, honestly. I love it. Are you kidding me? That's so good. I mean, as someone who appreciates a lot of art, like, I know I don't, like, you know, show my location, but if anyone ever saw my room, they could verify. I have like, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Yeah, I have like 7. I have 7 paintings hanging on my walls right now. Mostly Aboriginal art because that's the kind of art I love the most. But it's all so beautiful. But you know, I love art in all forms. So I'm so happy about this. I love it. Oh, I'm glad. I wasn't sure. If you decide you don't like it, feel free to give it back. I could sell it. Or paint over it. Don't you dare paint over it, James. If you don't like it, I'll take it. It's fine, Jesse. I already said I like it. Back away from it. Back away from the landscape. Hanging up behind the counter of the bar. Yeah, no. That's actually true. It'd be good to have like an art wall. Maybe that's what I can do with like some of the fan art stuff I get, like have it like make like a collage of fan art that can hang in like the background. That actually doesn't sound like a bad idea. I'm gonna look into doing that because that would be really neat. Yeah, maybe either for either like the mainstream or like the just chatting. Probably mainstream though, but that would be really cool. Yeah, if you insist. I have plenty of work left over. Anyway, here, I got you a little something too. A phoenix cap. Ooh. Is that going to be a revive cap? Because if so, I want it. Jesse gives you an envelope. You open it to find assembly instructions for a phoenix cap. Holy and... excuse me? Did we just become a cleric? How are we collecting holy energy? I'm going to test out my points on something. Go for it, Creamy. I'm curious to see what you're about to test. Oh wait, yeah. I forgot about this. So my voice mod has stopped working a while ago, so I can't actually... I need to actually disable those redeems, so I'll refund your points, Creamy. But yeah, I need to turn off all those like voice changer ones because I don't have a voice changer set up as a backup. But if it was working, I would have had like an AI filter on essentially for like a few minutes. Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna get that fixed tomorrow because I have the time. But yeah, sorry about that, Creamy. I've refunded your points though, so you got those back. But yeah, we're now just, I guess, collecting divine sparks like a cleric. Oh, okay, well, I wasn't sure what it was. It's all good. It's all good. Like I said, I'll try and get something fixed It's just unfortunate that VoiceMod just decided to conk out on me this way. A blessing, soft and warm. I didn't realize we were collecting holy energy now. Are we expecting to also collect shadow energy too? Is it this kind of game? It's a kit. The hat looked a little dorky anime, but it sounded useful for the dunj. Practical. Yeah, you should be thankful I didn't go with socks. Or a whetstone. A weird choice for a whetstone, because I'm pretty certain that doesn't work around, weapon people. Gotta go feed my land sharks, cats. All good, Steph. Thanks for the look. I appreciate it. A whetstone? Jeez, warn a lady first. Those are personal. I was about to say, what does a whetstone have in relation to like an actual weapon person? Because that seems a little forward. I mean, I'd be comfortable with James, but I'd rather he picked it out himself. Is a whetstone meant to be the equivalent of like a wedding ring in this universe? You know what, it's too many questions. Okay, I get the message. Remember, I didn't get one. Crisis averted. Look at Jesse, he's sweating so badly. He's like, I've clearly stepped over a line and I need to back off, like, now. Anyway, James, you're another year older and wiser. Congrats. I'm glad you shared this birthday with us here in Verona Beach. I'm glad I'm here in Verona Beach. Thank you for letting me stay here. Definitely. Finally, there's someone around I can share secrets with. What kind of secrets? Ones that you shouldn't be in the room for, Jesse. None of your business, that's what kind. Hell yeah. Valeria's got my back. Valeria gives you a kiss on the cheek on the way out. You close the door behind them and consider how to spend your day. Hell yeah. On your way home, you find a few ingots of steel on your doorstep. Oh no, don't... Oh god. Don't tell me Eric dropped those off for me. I'm going to be a little mad if it is. They're heavy and cold, but wrapped in a ribbon. An attached note reads, For James. Oh no, this is 100% Eric. He's the only one who would own steel for any reason. You carry it inside. I'm going to head out. I've gotten the idea to spring clean while I'm stuck at home, even though it's winter. I mean, completely understandable. It's a good time. It's a good time for it, and you've got not much else to do. I'll be sure to continue watching this. I'm guessing in the VOD. Yeah, no, all good. All good, Creamy. Thank you for hanging out. Hope the stream has given you a potential interest in playing this game, because, like I said, it's a lot of fun, a lot of different paths you can go down. It's a good time. It's a good time. And as my suspicions confirm, yeah, that was 100% freaking Eric that gave us that steal. I wish I could scroll. I hear it's someone's special day today. It's the exact middle of summer. Crazy, huh? Guess that means your trip is halfway over. I guess it's also your birthday or something. Okay, so this isn't your steal. Yeah. I'm betting this is 100% his steal. Nope, not me. Whatever you're talking about. JK, I couldn't help myself. Enjoy. Don't eat too much cake. Hey, I have news to think you're going to want to hear. Come by my shop and we can make a trade. Oh no. I have to pop by Eric's shop. Ew. Sounds disgusting. Oh yeah, I forgot we unlocked Pocket. Let's see what they have to say. Oh, this is like Pocket's owner. My cat was missing for a while and just reappeared, with this phone number in his mouth. So I guess you found him? Thanks. If so, I was really worried. No problem. I don't mind saving a cat, because, cats are cute, and I'm a cat person, so I'm happy to save them. No problem. Text me and I'll let him out. He likes to roam. Let him out. Looks like he's headed to the park. Little killer. This is so weird. I have to talk vicariously through Pocket's owner to meet Pocket. This is so strange. Like, it's so weird, the idea of how you quote unquote date this freaking cat. Alright, let's see what Seven has to say. How about a movie? I could go for horror or action. I like me some good horror. Let's go horror. Yeah, okay. How about we see The Dunj? It's showing at 6:30 most nights. I heard it's good. Let me know. Okay, let's go. Meet you inside. Don't bring the fan club. Don't worry, I won't. I won't, Seven. I respect you. And I would never bring a fan club to you. Intentionally. Okay. So 2 more date options. We've got going to Il Granero, which I'm pretty certain we need to buy the tickets for, which, from what I remember, we have like plenty of money. Where's my inventory? Yeah, we got like $83. We're rich. We're like super rich. But I think I want to get to know this cat. Let's go. It's time for the cat. You find a familiar orange cat, tail flickering. You sit on a bench nearby. I just noticed its collar has like a representation of its weapon on it. That's kind of a neat feature. I like that. His collar still reads Pocket. Remember me? He seems not to hear you and yawns. He then stands and stretches luxuriously, seemingly ignoring you. Okay, a little bit rude, but I mean, it is a cat after all. I'm not surprised by this. Pocket quietly becomes distracted and tenses up, looking at the pond next to you. Is it the ducks again? Please tell me it's the ducks again. You follow his gaze and see happy ducks enjoying the weather. Wow, Pocket looks very unhappy. Jesus. Pocket stares intently at the ducks, mouth slowly falling open. Gonna pounce? Or quietly birdwatch with him? I think let's quietly birdwatch. After a moment, he makes a small squeaky sound, almost like he's talking. Hell yeah. Okay, so how do these work? SWAT. Finishes immobilize enemies, but they can still attack. Okay, so he's also a lockdown weapon? Cool, I guess. But he's going to be like very close quarters. The ducks, perhaps feeling watched, paddle away, further into the water. Pocket looks at you expectantly, tail flickering. So, you want me to pet you? Pocket narrows his eyes at you. Your scintillating conversation is interrupted by someone approaching. Wait, what? Valeria, what are you doing here? I mean, I know this is where I've met you like twice already, but this is a bit unexpected. Oh, a chance meeting. My favorite kind. She leans over and kisses you lightly, a smile on her lips. Meow. And this must be your valiant protector against the evil ducks. Pocket blinks lazily in the sunlight, a soft purr starting up. Okay, this cat is very, very strange. I don't know what's going on with it, but I want answers so badly. Like you have no idea. Can I pet him? If he lets you. She offers her hand to him, but he hisses when she tries to move closer. Fair enough. Everyone deserves to set their own boundaries, I guess. Makes sense, I guess, even for a cat. But I just took a walk to clear my head. Gotta get back to work. And away from these ducks. You be careful around them. Don't worry. The ducks won't hurt you anymore. Pocket will guard you with his life. Her kiss goodbye is prolonged and sweet in the sun afternoon. Or in the afternoon sun, I completely misread that. God damn it. When it ends, you open your eyes and realize Pocket has slipped away. That damn rascal, where'd he go? You sit for a while longer, then head home. And just like that, he's gone. Oh, this is just so bizarre. You're literally dating a cat that you can't even communicate with, except through its owner. What is this world coming to? He made it home safely. His claws are healed too. He's a good cat. He's too smart to be good. He has too many ideas and plans. I know I sound crazy, but never mind. Oh, looks like he's ready to go out again. Let him out. Let the cat roam. False alarm, he came back inside. Never mind, maybe next time. Yeah, that cat definitely has, like, an intelligence that is way beyond just a regular cat. Like, everyone makes the joke that cats, like, you know, are secretly super smart. They definitely are. And that one is no exception. What's my mother saying? So, what's it like living life on the edge? You know, 'cause swords, kissing them, etc. Very funny, Mum. Eye roll emoji. So you like it when my words have a dual meaning, huh? Get it? Oh my god. What's funny is that this is more of what my dad does rather than my mum. My mum hates puns. Like, I remember once, me, my brother, and my father, because we love to make puns, we made so many of them that she ended up setting a pun limit, for like a daily pun limit for all three of us. It was an interesting time because we always basically like had to negotiate when a pun could be made, and we never followed it because of course we didn't. Yes, Mom. Oh, come on, I'm being perfectly acceptable. Okay, I'm done for now, thank you. Please, that just got more painful the more that went on. Can we craft anything new? Oh yeah, we've got the summer dress, we've got the dark prince, the pretty ribbon, the phoenix cap. What does the phoenix cap need? Actually doesn't need as much as I thought. And the ribbon doesn't use fabric. Yeah, let's make this phoenix cap. Oh my lord. That is like a cosplay headdress. Holy Jesus. Oh yeah, we can make the glitter eyeshadow, which I think there's a few people who that could apply to. But we may as well grab it. We don't have enough. Oh, we do have enough glass for the bourbon. I'm just going to make all the gift stuff because we may as well. And then we can start like guessing who's going to take them. What do we have left to craft? There's like one thing we have left, which is the travel guide, which we need fabric and glue. Can't craft any of them. Can't craft any of them. We still have the fashion zine to make as well. Okay, perfect. And I'm going to take I'm going to take the dragon zine back because the mine one was a terrible idea. So let's see. So what does the phoenix do? Revives you once. Yeah, I kind of figured it did. So I'm going to take it because anytime a game's going to offer you the opportunity for a revive, I'm going to take that. All right. Let's go C7. Hopefully we have enough money for this. Let's go. You and Seven find your seats as the movie starts. The film features a group of teens lost in a darker, bloodier dungeon than you've ever seen. Yeesh, none of them can turn to swords. Bad strategy, kids. The monsters kill the most annoying teen first. Before long, the sidekick dies and Seven frowns. Eventually, all but one of the teens dies horribly and the survivor narrowly escapes. Gee, this sounds like every generic horror movie I've ever heard in my life. Because what, that's Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, what is it, Halloween? It's all, I love how it just summarizes them all in basically the exact same way. The lights come up and you leave the theatre. Oh man, maybe I set my expectations too high. I mean, it was fine. What did you think? I like more realism. I like the adrenaline. I like spending time with you. Yeah, I like more realism. Well, you knew it wasn't a documentary. Oh, I want to try offering to get. Actually, no, because he hasn't ranked up yet. So if we use it, it's a waste. You decide not to give it right now. Hell yeah. So what we got? Paralysis, which chain lightning stuns enemies, or chain lightning reaches further? Paralysis, please. Oh god. Not Olivia again. I swear to god, if you're stalking 7, I'm going to get furious with you. Also, she definitely goes to the same school that, like, Sawyer does, because all the, like, badges and the way the uniform's designed, it's definitely, like, a similar school. Oh wow, hi guys. I totally didn't know you'd be here. You were following us. I freaking knew it. 7 makes a face, as if pleading silently for rescue. We were just leaving. Take the hint, Olivia. I haven't seen you around the cafe lately, but I wanted to give you something. 7, I wrote this personal letter. Oh god. Are we going to go through every fan cliche with this guy? That could be kind of painful, I'm not going to lie. Alright, I'll take it. Fans are important to me. No, that is... Sorry, can you deliver it for me? 7 blinks. Yep. I'm guessing it's kind of like the... What is it? The meme of the guy blinking, where it's just like, excuse me? It's for Sung Woo, my ultimate bias. Can you give it to him for me? Pretty please. He stares at her for several seconds. Nuh-uh. 7 walks away. Wow, fame sure has gone to his head, huh? I don't think it's the fame. I think it's the fact that you had the freaking audacity to ask him that. Olivia's holding an envelope. Sung Woo was written on it with hearts for O's. I'll just have to figure out where Sung Woo's staying, I guess. Who's Sung Woo again? Yeah, that's stalking. You really shouldn't be doing that. It's really creepy. Please stop. It's not stalking if I don't bother him. It's just a letter. Nothing creepy in it either. I do not believe that. I've seen what hardcore fans are like. I do not believe that for even a second. Like, it's going to have something weird about it. And also, I just realized there's a very good plug for, what's it called? One of the other games that, like, Kit Fox is famous for, which is Moon Hunters, which I am actually potentially keen on playing as well. But yeah, that's a good plug, putting it in the movie theater. She sighs dreamily and wanders away. Great, are we going to have to keep tabs on Olivia too now? First Eric, now her. You head home. Too many people to keep track of. Had to go. Sorry. Talk to you later. It's all good, 7. I completely understand. I wouldn't want to stay in that situation either if I was in your shoes. Alright. I think it's dunge time. Back to La Rosa. Hopefully we don't die immediately. Oh. You know what? Yeah, let's try out Pocket. I want to see what Pocket's like as a fighter. Oh, wow. What a combo. I'm basically Wolverine. This is fantastic. What's the heavy combo? Is it like a leap? Oh, it is. This just basically turns me into Wolverine. I love this. This is perfect. Or like, what's his name? Oh, seriously, game. You're going to let me leap, but you won't let me leap over a wall that could lead up to a stage. That's kind of a douchey thing to do. But my god, they are strong. Like, geez, Pocket does not fool around. Come on. Oh boy. Oh, good crit. Holy Jesus, we just annihilate everything that comes our way. Oh, that's so strong. Okay, I could see myself playing Pocket a bit more. This Pocket is good. Like, super good. Get out of my way. Slice and dice, baby. I also realized I probably shouldn't have grabbed that soda yet because we hadn't taken any damage, but, well, I'm not always thinking properly on this. Not that I get paid to. Cue the meme of, hey, you guys getting paid? I also saw that there's the saber cufflinks for Isaac. That's going to be a good one for later. Okay, so Pocket is definitely good. Let's go to... we do have stuff for Sunder. I mean, it is his club. I think it's only appropriate we let him play around in it as well. Come on, Sunder. Let's have some fun in your own place of establishment. Oh, Jesus Christ. Can you get out of my way? Please, please. Oh, thank God. He's gone. Die, please. We have 2 sources of trickle damage. Please just go. Thank you. Oh, God, I don't know what's worse, them or the speakers that just generate those explosive notes. They're both equally as bad in my opinion. I also wonder, are there hangout spots in La Rosa? I really hope there are. There we go. But my guess is there probably are. I also definitely wasted that soda. There we go. Oh wait, can we choose access? Yes, come on. Press the button and you feel a rumbling beneath your feet. another passageway. Okay, that could be interesting. That might be Monster Mart again. Or something new. Definitely something we will come back to later. I really should be using these zines a little bit more often, because I tend to be very sparing with them. Let's go. All right. Okay. Okay, so I can actually destroy the notes before they do anything too strong to me. And yeah, like I thought, Sunder is actually the strongest thing in his own club. Holy crap, he melts these boys. Yeah, Sunder was definitely better than like every other weapon I could use here. Home turf advantage, I guess. Hey, truffles. There's a hangout spot. Yes. Perfect. I can give the thing to Sunder. Wow. Perfect hangout spot, I guess. Literally a Valentine's room. Sunder, please do tell me why you have this in your basement of all things. Whoa. I guess at least one interior decorator really likes Valentine's Day. I mean, based on this decor, I definitely agree. We're just friends, so this is a little awkward. Romance. Meh. Though if I were dating you, I'd probably go overboard too, to be fair. I mean, I like being your friend and weapon, but I also don't really want to hear about your love life either. I mean, that's completely understandable. I wouldn't want to, pry into someone else's love life either. I'm sorry if that makes me immature. I'll get over it eventually. I just need time. He tries to smile.
You aren't sure what to say. He sighs, shaking his head. There's an awkwardly long silence. Sorry. Let's just get back to fighting. That's easier. Oh, interesting. So that choice actually prevents you from giving gifts to him. Interesting. Good to note. Alright, we found the end of the dungeon, so back to that other one. Okay, I didn't know if... I like the fact that, that choice did carry over, and now he's not trying to, romantically pursue us in the same way he was earlier. So that's interesting. I like that. Alright. Down into the darkness we go. Where does this lead? I assume it's to the mart again that our weird cleric guy is. Who's that? Get out of my face already. Can't you see I'm shopping here? Okay, weird TV static orb. Don't know why you're hanging around here. Hey, Heart of Verona again. What do we got? We got some glue, some dark essence. I mean, we may as well buy a bit of it. The shadow lurking in every heart. Hey, I got an achievement. Boyfriend material. I guess that's because I have one of every material now. Interesting. So this is an entire exchange. I like this. We'll buy a few pieces of steel. Trade that for some glue because we need a bit of glue. Get a little bit more dark essence. And I'm going to hold... I think we're good on that front. Okay, interesting. So this is the guy we get the essence from. Interesting. Stay safe out there. I will, Vitus Varnus. I'll keep myself as safe as I can. Okay, so we're close with Sunder, but not really my priority. I'm going to go back to Valeria. Hell yeah. Let's do this, Valeria. You're just going to wreck house and everything. Jesus, that critical damage. Oh boy. She is literally a walking nuke. Oh god. I wonder if I can confuse the music notes. I can confuse the music notes. Oh god. We're in a bad spot. Thank god. Please kill all of these. God damn it. Oh, that was close. A little too close that time. Please drop some health items. A business suit amethyst. I guess it's a purple business suit. Oh boy, quickly heal. Okay, we're fine. Please stop shooting me from the other room. Frick. They really do hit, super hard. Okay, this critical skill off the confusion is genuinely the most broken thing known to man. Everything just dies around me. Okay. But now we need some healing. So, game, do you want to give me some healing for once? Oh boy, that's... To be fair, I rolled directly into that, so that was my stupidity. Martini glass, you want to come to me? There we go. Oh my god. At least we got a bunch of good money out of that. A potted succulent. Okay. I mean, there's a few people I could think of who would like a potted succulent, so to speak. Oh, a bar. Tell me, well, this just seems like my home turf. Valeria, what would you like? Now, what have we here? Would you like to offer a gift? Yes. I'm trying to think what she's going to like. Because she's an artist. She doesn't seem like someone who would like eyeshadow.
Oh boy. She does like whiskey, but I don't think she'd like vodka. I'm going to go with the gold chain, actually. Because, again, matches her style, I think. Okay, so it did work. Oh, that's thoughtful of you. Thanks so much. Wow, this bar has all the whiskeys. A girl could get used to this. She slides behind the bar, pours a double shot for herself, and raises an eyebrow at you. Yeah, sure, why not? I'd still fight monsters drunk, why not? Well, honestly, I could think of many reasons, but let's pretend we're drunken masters. We just become like those drunken master monks from D&D. That'd be pretty funny. She pours you a drink and sips her own. Every muscle of her face relaxes in pleasure. Just kidding. Drunken masters are always hand to hand. No sharp edges. Nice Valeria gets it. I'm just too dangerous for stumbling around. I wouldn't want to hurt you after all. Of course, I'd prefer you didn't stab me in the hand by accident. She becomes suddenly serious. Unless I have to, that is. You know, to protect my secrets. That would be my usual response, but yeah, of course. She winks and saunters away from the bar, leaving her empty glass. Yeah, it's fine. Sunder can clean that up later. Yeah, we got everything. Next floor. Wow, we got a lot of good rank on that. Who next? Yeah, let's go back to the glaive. Get a bit more work out of that. Okay, let's just take this easy. Oh, immediate hangout. Let's see how this fight goes first. Oh god. That's not my throw weapon. That's also like a hand. Oh god. Please die, glass. Okay. That went surprisingly alright. Yeah, let's hang out. Oh, fancy. I've never been a very important person past a velvet rope. I don't know if this counts really. There's a rope, but... Is it really a VIP section if there isn't a bouncer? I mean, let's just enjoy it. Do we need to think about, like, logistics, Sawyer? Yeah, alright, I'm overthinking things again. They settle into a cushion, relaxing as best they can. So, now what? What can you do in the VIP section? You just sit here? Being very important? I mean, that is the basic premise of it, yes. Would I like to offer a gift? Do I have anything that would be interesting to Sawyer? Maybe the cupcake? I could see Sawyer like... actually, no, because it's first rank. Let's wait. Let's wait on it. Yeah. Yeah, let's not give a gift right now. We'll save that for rank 2. This place is kind of boring. Let's get back to fighting. What do you say? Yeah, I'm cool to fight. Let's keep going. We've got way more to cover. Way more ground. And more healing. I keep forgetting that Q is not my throw button. Oh good, I can harass from this side. Oh, that was way too close. I'm sorry, that's a mouth. Oh, okay, so the mouth's a ranged attacker. I had a feeling that was the case. Keep throwing the glaive from the far side. Yeah, so they're the ranged attackers of this arena. Oh, okay, thankfully they don't hurt too much. It's everything else that hurts. Please, please just stay pinned. Oh god, thank god that I managed to avoid that. Okay, come on, please die. Oh god, there's 2 of them there. Please, both of you die. Oh, okay, good. Now it's just you 2. Oh, that was way too close. Alright, what's in here? Oh, soda. Thank you. A silver ring. Jeez, how much stuff can you craft? I thought there had to be a limit to what you can craft, but this game is really seeming to prove that there's just a million recipes. I guess because like the gifts are only a one-time thing you can give, I guess they just give you like a ton, so that if you mess up the first time, you can still make up for it. Oh damn it! I'm still messing up my zines again. There we go. Oh boy, there's still more of them in there. Come on, take down the hand of justice, or the hand of non-justice. Definitely not the hand of justice. Please, please stop blowing kisses at me. Please just die already, thank you. I mean, that was a lame last scene, but I think it was worth it. Okay, now that I have like decent damage, I can, and now that I know that you can actually destroy those, that isn't too bad now. A bowler hat. Okay. That's pretty neat. Alright, another floor cleared. Not bad. I'm going to quickly heal. I think next floor's a boss as well. Oh. That's the one thing that irks me. It's always one off. Frickin' hell. You know what? I'm gonna go with Sunder. Let's do this, because this is 100% a boss. Oh boy. Please no. Please die, both of you. Thank you. Oh, is this just gonna be an enemy rush? Oh my god, that is an enemy rush. Please, die already. I don't know why I'm singing Tetris in panic. Yeah, they've just got that door guarded with like a million lasers. Back up. This is the game of just dodge everything and for your life and hope for the best. Get out of my way. Please get out of my way, Martina glasses. Okay, good. Please. I need both of you dead. Please. Okay. We're down to like the last couple of laser lights. Please. Please, I need both of you dead. There we go. Alright. For what I thought was going to be a guaranteed death situation, that worked out. I see another hangout spot nearby as well. Which I'm hoping... Oh! Okay, this is a very strange notion. Why is there just a random patio underground? How is any of this grass growing? And you know what? It's this game, so why ask questions? I'm pretty sure we never built an outdoor section. It's nice though. It'd be good to escape the crowds now and then at least. I mean, definitely if you're the owner, I could completely understand that. Because, I mean, you just live in the bar, essentially. Or the club. Would I like to offer a gift? Not yet. We already have him, so... Actually, no, yes. We will. Let's just give him the cherry liqueur. Or the raspberry liqueur. There it is. A delicious dessert, isn't it? I hope you'll share it with me. And it gets pretty hot on the dance floor. Not that I mind getting sweaty. Oh, same. I'll literally dance until I'm like gasping for air because I love that. I love like messing around with like you know, busting a move on the dance floor until I need to, because like heck, you don't need alcohol for me to do that. I will run off the pure adrenaline. Sweating is healthy. That's how you know you're getting good exercise. I mean, not necessarily. There's a few times where like I've done workouts and I haven't sweated. How do you prefer to do your workouts? Regularly, intensely, competitively, or never? Honest answer is regularly, so I'm going to go with that. That's part of what I like about you.
You're so responsible and mature. Well, thank you, Sunder. That's very kind of you to say. But you know what else I like about you? Go on. Do tell. Being a weapon. Let's get back there and get sweaty. Hell yeah. I like your attitude. I like the cut of your jib with that Sunder. It also looks like we're at the boss. I'm sorry, that's a knight helmet, didn't it? We can craft a freaking knight's helmet? Oh god, I think that's the text relating to Sunder. Oh well, we'll come back to that later. Hold on, let's just clear out this place. Oh Jesus. Please, just die. Please, die, speaker. Oh boy. It's fine. Never mind. I was going to say we were fine, and then the laser light came in and said, allow me to introduce myself. And that zine definitely did not go in the direction I wanted it to. Please, I need these zines. Oh god. Okay, that's going to take care of a few of them. I'm sorry, the laser light didn't die from that? Now it is. Frick. Please stop throwing these notes at me. Oh god. I'm trapped. Please, just as long as there's a way for me to get away from everything. Oh god. Oh, that was close. Take your shot. I'll take you out this time. Perfect. Ah, well, that was slightly terrifying, but we made it out alive. I guess there must just be extra floors to the Rosa, because level 5 was where we fought the first boss for them all, so I guess there's, like, more levels before you reach the next boss? Which, if so, that's kind of good, because I'd prefer to use Valeria for the boss. Where is it? Yeah, Valeria, here we go. Or not. I guess we're just not having a boss yet. Okay. Back off. And then slam him with the crits. Oh, that combo is genuinely gross, but I love it. Oh, this is the boss scene we just did. I mean, sure, I'll take this opportunity to heal quickly. Is this just the same thing? Yeah, it is. I mean, we still have to fight monsters. Yeah, but you never heard of the Drunken Master technique? I mean, I have, but I don't know if that applies here. She sips her drink. Every muscle of her face relaxes in pleasure. Okay, this is all the same stuff. Okay, yeah, so this is all just the same dialogue. It's fine. Do we want to go back to that mart? I mean, we do have way more money now. We could go there again. Honestly, I think we might. We will come back here to go to buy more essence. Because why not? Keep stabbing. Keep on trucking. Oh god. Keep stabbing. Oh, that backstab is just wrecking everyone. Okay. Take the kiss out and we're set. Alright. So far, so good. God, get away from everything. Oh, Jesus. We're fine. We're fine. We're doing good. When we could do better, but we'll take it. Okay. Fire. Careful. Oh, that was close. Come on. Take this thing out. Oh, finally. Are we going to get the end of this level again? Dark eyeliner. I'm getting so many things that are like, you know, eye-based.
And I'm trying to think who's obsessed with eyes. Because Valeria isn't. I know that much. Maybe... my only guess is Seven, because he's a K-pop idol. And I think K-pop idols are more obsessed with like facial makeup than most, at least in my head. Anyway, let's see where this leads. I'm pretty certain this just leads, yeah, basically to the same place. Alright. This would be a good place to just grind this essence. Like, into oblivion. Buy a bunch of steel. Buy a little bit more dark essence. What do we got? Get a bit more glue. Get a bit more holy energy. Buy a bit more steel. Okay, I think we're good. Thank you. We have our supply. Oh, thank God we maxed that. Okay, who next? 7. Actually, I kind of want to run Pocket more. I want to keep running around as Wolverine. Let's go. Oh, these are like way stronger drinks. Look at how fierce they look. Oh, even the lasers are upgraded. This is... maybe I made a mistake. Especially because these things have way more health. It's fine though. I can slightly cheese them. Okay. Carefully does it. Back off. Yeah, it's just basically cheese, pounce, and get out of there. Okay, not too bad. It's a combo we can work off of. Let's just hope we can get some good healing items. We can do a hangout with the cat. Oh, it's at the VIP space this time. Hold on, let me clear out these storage cabinets for a second. How do we hang out with a cat? Guess we'll find out. You find a more private part of the club. The ropes seem to keep the monsters away. Would you like to offer a gift? I mean, sure, I guess. What a cat like? Mackerel? I guess we try the mackerel. Makes the most sense. It's fish. It's the perfect gift. Hell yeah. I'm getting good with this now. Pocket buries his head in the fish immediately, chowing down wholeheartedly. Pocket curls up and seems to instantly fall into a catnap. Badum-tisk. In the cozy quiet, you soon find yourself also falling into a light snooze. In a dream, you smell something delicious. You reach out to find the source and stuff it in your mouth. You bite down into something juicy yet crunchy. You slowly realize it was a tasty mouse. Oh God. Did we just bite into a dead mouse? You did. You fed us a dead mouse, didn't you, Pocket? Firstly, ew. And secondly, ew. You wake up gagging to find Pocket staring at you intensely. You sinister little prick. Your life is gross. Pocket's ears twitch slightly, whiskers curling up. Is he amused? Oh, he 100% is. That damn cat's laughing in its head from that. You both stretch and get ready to return to battle. Alright, Wolverine mode, let's go again. I'm heading the wrong way. Should have realized that earlier. I swear to God, if we somehow like one clear this dungeon now, I'm actually gonna laugh. Because we definitely shouldn't be. We're literally running like base weapons in a much higher level area. Actually, I could probably get a Dragon Zine off. Yes! Look at that damage go! I'm gonna quickly heal. Oh shit. Oh boy. Get out of my way. Back off. Slam the slices. Wow. Okay, yeah, this... I can't imagine what the upgrade path's like for the cat. Like, imagine if there's one that's just extra critical hits. we will just murder everything. Like, legitimately. The only thing is it's very limited on, like, combos. Granted, I understand that the challenge is more survivability, but still. It would be nice if you could do a few more combos. Actually, wait, what? Hold on. Have I completely neglected the combo system? I probably have, haven't I? Oh, I'm an idiot. There's an entire combo system that I just never realized. I need to save this now, hold on. So there's one swing and then that. Okay, so that's 1, 1, 2, and then the leap. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Oh my god, I feel like an idiot now. How did I not realize that? Oh god. Oh boy. So 1, 2, 3, frick. It's a lot harder than it looks to pull off the right combos. It just feels like I have to wildly swing. Okay, carefully does it. 1, 2, 3. Oh god. Yeah. It does seem like the challenge of you need the right skill to like use half of your abilities in the right way. Oh my god, please stop. Okay. So I'm going to need to practice some of these at some point. I feel like I need like a test range to try out like all the combos, because I didn't realize the combo system was that in depth. And there's probably people who hate me for the fact I haven't realized that. So I apologize for anyone in chat who is like genuinely like, why is he not using the combo system? The combo system is right there. It's because I never realized it. Sorry. Okay, we have most people maxed. Let's go with 7 actually. Let's see what his combos are like. 1, 2, 1. What are his combos actually? Are they different? Let me see. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there is. Oh my god, this is way more in depth than I ever expected. I'm an idiot. So was it 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3. Isn't that the same as his thing? Okay, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm starting to get the hang of this. Okay, that middle one is like the one that hits the hardest. Oh god, I'm about to die. Okay, yeah. This combo really needs to... Oh, Jesus Christ, no! Please, healing. Thank you. Oh god. Please, die already. Please, 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 please. Are you done? No, you're not. Get away from me, musical notes. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm just spamming this combo as much as I can because with how much range it has, it is like the perfect thing to clear them up. And also just trigger all the stuns. Secret. Ooh, special fancy safe. Oh, holy energy. I'll take it, considering how expensive it is. I'll take that. This is probably going to be my demise, though. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that stun is genuinely incredibly useful. Oh boy, I'm about to die. Please back away. Back off. Okay, yeah, stun locking with
7 is kind of insane. But I need health. Like, super bad. Did I leave any around, or am I completely out? I think I'm just going to have to resort to my zines. Please just die. I don't want to deal with you. I am also noticing that whenever you use 7, he emits like a very high-pitched frequency, and it does actually irritate my ears slightly. Oh god, please get out of my way. Oh god, please. 1, 2, 3. Frick. Come on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. There we go. Back off. Okay. It's just the laser light for now. Ah, okay. Health. Where are they? Oh, forgot about that one. Oh, there's a bunch of them here. Oh boy. Please, just die. And drop some health for the love of God. Okay, good. That got both of them. I just need them to weaken themselves enough that I can take them back out. Thank God that didn't hit me. That was way too close. Oh, billiards tables. Or pool tables, depending on where you are in the world. I don't know if 7's a keen billiards player, because, I mean, you know, if you're a K-pop idol, I don't think you have time for this sort of thing. Oh, I guess he's keen on it. You play some pool with 7. What do you think? Am I more of a solid or a stripe? I'd say more of a stripe. You have a bit more to it than just the solid. Oh yeah? I guess you bring out my fun side. Is that what the stripes mean? I'm not sure. I'm going to say, just for the sake of not ruining the moment, yes. You're one of the only people who knows the real me, you know. It's a new feeling. He smiles. There we go. There's the smile we know you have. Cheer up, 7. Would I like to offer a gift? Yes. What would he genuinely like? Oh god. It's such a hard pick. I'm gonna go with the eyeshadow and we're just gonna see if it works. Please. Hell yeah, it was the perfect gift. I knew my instincts were right. Perfect for the stage, or autograph signings, or any day really. Thanks for taking some time to recharge our batteries. He flares into weapon form, ready to return to the dunj. I knew it. I had a feeling if it was something related to his career, then it would be useful. Okay, well now we have a limited health pool and a single revive, so we need to make the most of it. Okay, I'm going to try and funnel all the enemies through here. One, two. Okay, good. That worked. 1, 2. Oh boy, carefully does it. 1, 2. There we go. There's that. Oh god. Frick, I wasted the dragon. Oh god, this is going to be bad. 1, 2, 3. Now back out. 1, 2, 3. I'm just basically running for my life. I'm having to play the freaking Dark Souls strategy of run for cover after the combo's done. Thank God this game doesn't have a stamina system. Carefully does it, carefully does it. Oh, I am so terrified right now. Oh, okay. Just keep it together, keep it together. Please, 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 don't die to this. Oh, 3. There's only 1 laser light left and 2 ranged attackers. Oh god. Oh, 1 health. Oh, 2 health. 2 health. Okay, just keep it together. Keep it together. I
I am so scared right now. Please. Okay, one left. Oh, how did I survive that? I had 2 health the entire time. That scared the living daylights out of me. A bug princess zine. Oh, I haven't seen this. So there is another zine type we can get. I don't know what it does, but I want to know now. That's cool. Okay, nothing we're missing back here? I don't think so. Oh, that was slightly terrifying, but damn, we made it through. We're making like stupidly good progress for this. Who do we want to use for this? We could keep using 7, but I think let's get some progress on Isaac as well. Because we have the gift thing that we still haven't figured out what our challenge is. But that also said dragon, so I'm starting to get worried. Are we literally about to fight a dragon here? Oh yeah, I should see what Isaac's combos are. What's his combos? So, light, heavy, heavy, so same as 7. So what has he got? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. That's pretty much exactly the same. 1, 2. Okay. That's kind of disappointing. Oh, you can aim this. That's neat. Is that part of his skills that I just didn't realize, or was that a new thing? Oh wait, no, that was the new thing. It was the new thing from level 3. I'm completely forgetting half of my stuff that I literally picked up. Oh god, those things are glowing green. Oh god. Oh yeah, riposte. Should remember that. Or the parry, sorry. Not that I think we can parry anything like these. It's fine. Okay, that's 1 down. Okay, we actually weirdly stun him out with our area of effect. Okay. Definitely thinking Isaac was the right pick here. Also, that is a single flaming barrel just in the middle of nowhere. What is... You know what? I'm not going to question it. VIP area with Isaac? Hell yes. Oh, just money. I hope our wallet doesn't have like a limit, or we're going to be in a bit of strife. As if being in a haunted, sticky-floored discotheque isn't bad enough. The monsters actually made a VIP space. I guess monsters are kind of like VIPs. You go ahead and rest. Put your feet up. I'd rather stand guard. You can relax a little, it's fine. I'm sure they won't come and bother us. I know it's safe, but relaxing is easier said than done. Fair enough, fair enough. You do you. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate the social purpose of electronic music and dance floors. As you remember from when we went to that investors party. I just can never quite enjoy the chaos and vulgarity of places like this. Completely understandable considering your upbringing. Perhaps it reminds me a little too much of my misspent youth. I was unthinking, inconsiderate. If I'd been half as perceptive as you when I was your age, I'd certainly have fewer regrets. It's fine, Isaac, you're making up for it now. You still got the rest of your life ahead of you. I mean, based on what I can see, you're like, within your mid to late 30s. You've got plenty of time. He falls silent for a few moments, lost in thought. Let's see what gifts I have for him. Maybe that's something that could take his mind off things. Ooh, high quality spirits. He might like this. You know, it's worth a shot. Let's see. Let's see if he likes this. He loves it. I had a feeling because it said high quality. He's a man who's who loves high quality, so I was like, maybe there's a chance. Oh, what a nice brand. I'll have to make you an old-fashioned sometime. Oh, yes. One of my favourite cocktails, an old-fashioned. They're so nice. Ah, well, shall we continue? Yes, we shall, Isaac. I've gotten so lucky with those gifts. I thought I was going to mess those up, like, more often, but I definitely haven't. Okay, the fact I can range them out this well with the heavy attacks is just nuts. Like, bro, there's no way I should be able to basically zone them out of their own area like this. But I guess I can. Alright, now it's just the hand. Perfect. Oh god, the hand actually hits for a lot. Nice. There we go. Easy clear. And some holy energy. It's weird that there's holy energy in what's essentially a dragon's den, but, you know, the laws of physics are strange and fickle creatures. Oh god. Oh wait, I parried that projectile and it actually did ricochet damage. I'm not complaining about that. That's actually not bad. Oh god, I'm taking like way too much damage now. This might be where the run ends. Oh, never mind, there's health. I just need to get to it. Please, open up. Thank you. Oh good, that had 2 cans in it. Oh god, please. No. Oh, thank god. Back up. Okay, yeah, that parry is really helping me. Oh god. Oh, I can parry those. Okay, Isaac is basically the most broken thing for this game. Ow. Because with how powerful that parry is, you can basically block nearly every attack. If you know what you're doing. Ow. And I'm dead. Phoenix. Thank you. Thank you for that, Phoenix. Except I may squander it if I screw this up. Never mind. I didn't. But now we don't have a revive or any health items. This is going to be an interesting... Okay, we have 1. We have at least 1. I can work with that. Alright. Who are our options? We've maxed nearly everyone, so we stick with Isaac. He carried us this far, he can carry us to victory. Is there like no boss to this? What is that mouth? Oh god, these all have like insane... Oh god, please, enough. Good thing I can still stab this from the other side of this, like, ledge. A spooky zine. God, there's like so much stuff you can craft. God, I'm going to be going back to these areas like so many times to grind for resources. I'm just going to use this time to parry quickly. Also, wow, okay, that is a giant set of speakers. Oh, yeah, that's strong. That is not something you rush against. But we got pretty far. That was good work. And we found a lot of good stuff. Beautiful. 17... 18. How many level ups are we going to get? That's the 3rd. 4th. Jeez. We are just shooting up the ranks. Okay, we're hitting 6 so far. 7. Oh my god. Did they not expect us to get this far on the first run? That was 8 level ups. We were level 16 when we started that. Holy crap. That was nuts. But good leveling. You stumble out of the dungeon, tired and sweaty, breathing hard. Your weapon transforms. A fine performance, all factors considered. Next time... What is that sound? A whispering hiss stirs in the underbrush as the shadows shift, slithering. Oh god. Is it the weapon nabber? Is this about to turn really bad? What in the ever-loving shit is that? That... I'm sorry? When did we enter into... like a Samurai Champloo-esque... I don't even know how to describe this thing. This thing is horrifying. He's advancing towards you slowly. Yeah, stay back, please? What the what is this thing? I don't like that chuckle. The stranger smiles widely and takes another small step closer. Your skin crawls. Oh, it's crawling all right. I do not want this guy around. He raises his blade arm and swings it in an arc, narrowly missing you. Oh, that's disturbing. His arm is literally, like you can see it there with the bandages. It's literally like raw flesh with a blade, like inserted into it. That is creepy. Holy Jesus. His intent is aggressive. I advise a tactical retreat. You think, Isaac? You think I want to stay around with this fuck? Get me out of here now. Go! You split up and run into the night. It doesn't seem like he follows you, but you still lock your door behind you quickly when you arrive home. Please tell me we get a message from Isaac about that. 'Cause I don't know what in the ever-loving hell that was. But that was genuinely terrifying. I have a feeling, though, based on what's it called? Based on the fact that showed up after the first time we beat that dungeon, that it is something related to that space. And I am not looking forward to seeing what that's going to be. Also, Jesus, there's a million messages firing off. But you know what? We're going to answer them. We're going to answer them next time. Because it's getting late and I'd like to get some sleep. And I need to just reflect, in all honesty, on what just happened. Because I didn't expect basically the equivalent of a Samurai Champloo ghoul to turn up in front of me. Like, that was genuinely like a horror movie. Like, Christ. Alright. Well, with that, thank you all for coming. You have been a wonderful audience as always. To those of you watching the VOD either on YouTube or Twitch, thank you for your time. I do appreciate that. Special thank yous, of course, go out to Creamy and Steph for popping into chat and making this a fun time. Hope you got a nice taster of what this game is like, Creamy, because you know it's a roller coaster of a game, and I love it for everything it throws at me. But yeah, with that, let's look to raid out. I am also an idiot because I realized I had no audio on that entire time. I am a moron. I am so sorry. I knew there was something off. I was like, oh, well, you know, some things are scuffed. I guess this streaming is included in that. Alright, let's see who's up for raid. My brother's active. You know what, it's been a while. Let's go raid him. Everyone climb aboard the raid train. And of course, as always, our raid message will be our usual prod crawl, which I will pop into chat to make it easier. If you're subbed, feel free to use the appropriate emotes. If not, any combination will do. And yeah, with that, thank you all for coming. I hope you had a fun time. Apologies for me forgetting to unmute the audio. I should have caught on to that. That's 100% my bad. And yeah, with that, good night and raid out.